You check your bank account on a Tuesday morning. The number is what it is. If you want something, you sell something. Or you work more hours. Or you wait. That is how money works for you. Now think about the richest people you can name. You probably assume they did the same thing, just with bigger numbers. Built something, sold it, turned the company into cash. But the real answer is far stranger. Most of them never sold. Not the part that made them rich. The fortune in the headlines is still sitting exactly where it started. Untouched, and in a very specific sense, unreal. Here's the first thing to understand. When a headline says someone is worth $100 billion, that is not a bank balance. There is no vault. That number describes ownership, shares in a company. And a share is not money. A share is a claim on a company's future, priced at whatever the last person was willing to pay. That sounds like a small distinction. It changes everything. Because in the United States, you are not taxed on what you own. You're taxed on what you realize. Realization is the legal word for the moment a gain becomes real. You bought for $1. You sold for $100. The $99 in between is now a fact, and the government takes a share of that fact. But if you never sell, nothing is ever realized. The gain exists. It is in the news. It might be the largest number attached to any human being alive, and legally, it has not happened yet. So what do you do when you own a fortune you cannot spend? You borrow against it. This is not a trick. It is ordinary, and it is documented. Large private banks offer it to clients who hold serious portfolios. It works like a mortgage, except the house is your shares. The bank takes your stock as collateral and hands you cash. You have not sold anything. You have pledged something. And here is the piece that changes the math. Borrowed money is not income. When you take out a loan, you have not gained anything, because you owe it back. So no tax event occurs. None. You now have millions in spendable cash. And as far as the income tax is concerned, you earned nothing this year. Edward McCaffery, a tax professor at the University of Southern California, gave this pattern a name in the 1990s. He called it buy, borrow, die. Buy the asset. Borrow against it instead of selling. And then die. Stay with that last one. It is not a joke. It is the mechanism. In the United States, when someone dies and passes an asset to an heir, the tax code does something remarkable. The cost basis, the original purchase price used to calculate any future gain, gets reset. It becomes whatever the asset is worth on the day of death. It is written into the Internal Revenue Code. It is called stepped-up basis. Think about what that does. Someone buys shares for $1. Over decades, they climb to $100. They never sell, so they are never taxed on that gain. They borrow against those shares to fund an entire life. Then they die. The shares pass to their child. And in the eyes of the law, the child did not inherit stock that grew from $1. The child inherited stock that cost $100. The gain does not get taxed later. It disappears. Now, you might be thinking about the estate tax. And you are right. There is one. Above $15 million, it takes 40%. But that tax hits what you pass on. It never touches how the money grew. Decades of appreciation. Never taxed as income. Not once. That is the whole structure. Not a loophole buried in a footnote. Ordinary rules, each one sensible on its own, arranged in a sequence that produces something none of them intended. The debt does get repaid, usually out of the estate, often by selling shares at the new stepped-up basis, which costs almost nothing. The timing is not an accident. It is the design. Economists argue about how much this matters. Emmanuel Saez and Gabriel Zucman at Berkeley say the gap between wealth and taxed income is enormous. Other economists say their numbers overstate it, and that comparing tax paid against wealth nobody sold is the wrong comparison. That fight is real, and it is not settled, but nobody is arguing about the mechanism. Buy, borrow, die is simply how the rules interact. There is one more thing worth sitting with. This only works because everyone agrees the shares are worth something. The bank lends against them because it believes it could sell them. Take away that belief and the collateral evaporates, which means the largest fortunes on earth are not vaults. They are consensus. You check your bank account on a Tuesday morning, and the number is what it is. And now you know that at the very top, there is no number to check. Because the fortune was never turned into money at all. It was never supposed to be.